Okay, we're back. This is the general knowledge test for the CDL. This is question 201. Controlled braking is A. Slamming on the brakes hard and making the wheels lock up. B. Squeezing the brakes firmly without locking them up. C. Pressing brakes until wheel lockup occurs, releasing and then reapplying. I'm going to go with squeezing the brakes firmly without locking them up. What? It says controlled braking is C. Pressing brakes until lockup occurs, releasing and then reapplying. That's what controlled braking is. I don't know about this, but we'll that's the answer that this software that I'm using, which it definitely was not written by an English speaker, but it seems to indicate that controlled braking is pressing brakes until lockup occurs, wheel lockup occurs, releasing and then reapplying. Okay. 202. Which of these is not a brake check you normally do during your walk-around inspection? So what is not a brake check that you normally do around the walk-around? So brake adjustment, condition of hoses, hydraulic cylinder lights. So I'm going to have to go with brake adjustment. Correct. 203. One can recognize hazardous materials by looking on the container. Labels, shapes, covers. By looking on the container, I'm going to go with labels. One can recognize hazardous materials by looking on the container labels. That's correct. Okay. 204. Which of these is not a type of retarder? Electric, hydraulic, robotic. I'm going to go with robotic is not a type of retarder. That's correct. 205. Trucks and buses are subject to certain law, regulations, and inspections. Which of these is true? Looking for a true statement here. County and city laws do not apply to trucks and buses engaged in interstate commerce. Federal regulations apply only to trucks and buses driven at 50 miles per hour. Laws and restrictions can vary from place to place. I'm going to go with that one. That's correct. 206. When approaching a bridge on a two-lane road, you should drive in the center of the bridge. B. Check the weight limit of the bridge. Probably a good idea. Slow down to 25 miles on the bridge. I'm going to go with check the weight limit of the bridge. You don't want to be driving something too heavy for the bridge. Let's see if you agree. Do you agree? Test program thing. Yes, you do. Okay, good. 207. Which of the statement is true? Which of the statement is true? So which of these statements is true? A. Most people are more alert at night than during the day. Most people, more. I would say more or most people are more people are more alert at night during the day. I don't know if I agree with that statement. Most hazards are easier to see at night than during the day. I don't know if I'd agree with that one. So let's go with this one here. Many heavy vehicle accidents occur between midnight and 6 a.m. I would say, yeah, that would be true. That is correct. Yeah. 208. A space to the blank of your vehicle is most important to manage. A space to the side is most important to manage. A space to the side of your vehicle is most important to manage. A space to the front of your vehicle is most important to manage. A space to the back of your vehicle is most important to manage. I'm going to go with this side, only because I think I saw this somewhere else. So the space to the side of your vehicle is most important to manage. Let's go with that. And it's incorrect. It's the front. The front. a space to the front of your vehicle is most important to manage. Okay, good. Alright. 209. Your brake can get wet when you are driving through heavy rain. What can happen if the brakes are applied? Hydroplaning, extensive brake wear, trailer jackknifing. Your brake can get wet when you're driving through heavy rain. What can happen if the brakes are applied? I don't know. I'm gonna go with extensive heavy wear. That's incorrect. Trailer jackknife can happen if your brakes are wet, according to this thing here. Alright. 210. Or 210, not 2010. 210. Which of these statements about an inspection of the suspension component is true? Distorted springs are safe as long as they are not broken. Axle mounts should be checked at each point they are secured on the vehicle frame and axles. Suspension components should be checked at all axles except for the following unit. There's no following unit. Oh, following unit, like the trailer. Which of the statements about inspection of suspension components is true? Distorted springs are safe as long as they are not broken. Axle mounts should be checked at each point that they are secured to a vehicle frame and axle. I'm gonna go with that. Are we correct? Yes. Alright, so we're going to stop here and take it up on the next video. So thanks for watching and have a great day.